going on, everybody? It's your boy Danny Hendricks, and you're now tuning in fresh off the net. So, I know I have been gone for a very long time. I haven't uploaded anything recently, and that's because I had some technical audio issues with the computer, and I finally figured out how to fix it, and it just messed up out of nowhere. Anyways, though, I'm here to hit you guys with another concert review. This is Drake and Future's Summer 16 tour. Check it out. So on September 7th, 2016, I went to Drake and Future's Summer 16 tour, which they announced. And, we all knew there was a tour coming. They dropped the album last year, What a Time to Be Alive. And also Drake came out with his debut album, Views from the Six. And I'm going to say right now that tour was probably one of the best, most production and most executed show-wise I've been to this year. That tour was just insane. The show, the lights, the fireworks they even have inside, it was crazy. Drake is always going over the top, and he likes to put on a really great show for his fans. So they also had Division and Roy Woods on tour with them as well, and of course the show opened up with the one and only Roy Woods. Now, of course, he performed songs like Get You Good, How I Feel, Go Go, and also his most popular song he has right now, which is Drama, featuring Drake. But of course, Drake didn't come out because that's at the beginning of the show. He's building up the suspense of him coming out. So, after Roy Woods performed, we have one of my new favorite artists right now, named the Division. It's not the Division, it's Division. He came out and fucking killed it, honestly. I'm straight up telling you right now that this guy is gonna blow up. He's gonna be the next Weeknd of the OVO sound. This dude, he's just mad talented, and I really regret not going to any of his shows that he actually went on a solo tour for a little bit, and I wanted to go so bad, but the tickets sold out quick. And this guy, he's just blowing up quick. I'm telling you, this guy's mad talented. So after the Division performed, there was a 30-minute intermission, for everybody to get up, get their drink, go to the bathroom, and come back and do whatever you gotta do. So we have the man of the hour, Drizzy Drake, coming out, and he performed his one of his most popular singles this year, which was Summer 16. Unfortunately, I wasn't there to record it because where I was sitting at, I'm sitting right there in the front. But I was, at that time, I was chilling in the back, next to the VIP section, the VIP box and whatnot. And I was talking to some of the people with the management crew. Hush was there, and I was talking to Jay Prince. They were all there and whatnot. But at that time, while he was performing, I noticed Rihanna. She came behind me, and she came with her friend. And I just hear people screaming. I'm like, wait, what the hell? Why are they screaming? I turn around. I'm like, oh shit, it's Rihanna right here next to me. Excuse me. So while Drake was performing Summer 16, I actually caught her dancing for me too. Check it out. I'm just gonna say it right now. I swear to God, I'll do illegal things to that woman. I won't get started. So since I didn't record him coming out to his first song, I actually recorded where he performed right after Summer 16, and it's one of my favorite songs off his new album Views. He came out to perform in Still Here. I can't fuck with you no more. So, while Drake was on stage, he performed, for this part, he performed, like, most of his stuff from Views. He performed Nine, Hype, Still Here, of course, right here. And then, he did something really neat. So, there's a verse in, 0 to 100 where he'll be like, I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got a hit, boy. Where he says that, he's like, when he says that part, he actually switches up the words. I can't really remember like what he says, and I don't want to sound stupid trying to rephrase it. But after he says like I got all the hits, boy, you just hear boy, 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 and then like he just starts performing like his old shit. Like he went from like he performed his old stuff and also like one of his like his best guest verses as well. Like he performed Up All Night, Worst Behavior, Miss Me. Like I was like, damn, like we back in like the early not early 2000s, but like 2010, 2011 Jersey. Like that's crazy. And I'm gonna say right now, this dude, he gets the most hype on stage, and he actually involves with the crowd and the most, and like he's full of energy. So when Drake closes out his first set, he closes out with his song Faithful. And now I wish I really did record this part because, this part was so sick. He brought out Division again because, Division has the end verse of the song where he's singing and whatnot. And I'm telling you, dude, this guy's so talented. Like I was standing next to some girls like to the right of me. I was sounding like I feel like I'm like standing in a puddle, dude. While this dude was singing. I was like, yeah, what the fuck? Where'd this water come from? And I'm just telling you, this guy's gonna blow up. I can't stress that enough. Anyways, so we have the next big artist to come out, which was Future. I'm straight up saying that this guy, he was really awesome to watch. This is the first time I've seen Future live. He performed songs like Fuck Up Some Commas, March Madness, Trap Niggas, and he performed a couple of other his great hits too. One thing I wish if they performed though was what's that damn song? Wicked. Yeah, that song is so sick. He didn't even perform that. I'm like, dude, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, I'd get on stage and slap the shit out of you right now. So of course, during Future's set, he actually brought out his first special guest, and he brought out Ty Dolla $ign. I'm gonna be honest and say, like, I don't really listen to Ty Dolla $ign. Like, it's not that I don't like him. I just never really got into his music. I mean, when he was performing, his shit sounded lit. Don't get me wrong. Now, the funniest thing about this show were these girls that are standing next to me, and I ended up being cool with one of them. They're really cool girls. Oh, her sister was freaking the hell out when this dude came out.
Make some noise for Future! Since this is our 16th.
That shit was way too funny, man. But anyways, so after Future performed, Drake actually came up on stage and joined him, and they performed some of their hit songs like Big Rings and Jumpman. Now, I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't perform one of Future's biggest hits too, like off his Dirty Sprite album, which was Dirty Sprite 2, which was Where You At, featuring Drake, of course, because that song was sick as hell, and they didn't even perform that song, so I was left speechless. Anyways, so after that, Drake came back on and he went on solo again, and one cool thing that he did, which I like, he had like these ball things like coming down and whatever, and like they look so sick. Like while he was performing Hotline Bling is like when they actually started coming down. I thought it was pretty sick that he did something like that. It's just something different, and like they're just like, and they're like switching colors too. So, if you've been to a Drake concert, this is like maybe like my 5th one I've been to. He does a thing in the middle of the show where he gets on a platform and like he surfaces over the crowd and like he shouts out people, like he even goes up to the top just to show love to the people that are sitting in the nosebleeds too, because like he talks about even if you're sitting up there, I still love you, and he's like I want to come and perform for you. It's pretty sick. So while he was doing this, he was actually like shouting people out, and he seen me sitting in the front row because I was like the only one over there wearing the red and white October varsity jacket. No one else had that shit. Like nobody. I've seen one other person wearing a varsity jacket, but it was like the all black one, which and was even like the Take Care edition. But yeah, he actually seen me. And he actually shouted me out. Please ignore the fact of me screaming like a little fangirl, but it was actually pretty sick. Because even the people standing next to me were like, okay, I see you. So of course it wouldn't be a Drake concert without Drake himself bringing out some special guests. He brought out YG. Now I'm surprised that YG actually did not perform Fuck Donald Trump, because he knows that shit would have been crazy as hell in the Staples Center to perform that. He performed that at Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa's concert because they brought him out. But speaking of Snoop Dogg, yes, he brought out everybody's favorite uncle, Uncle Snoop. He came out to perform. Now, what's funny is that anytime he brings Snoop Dogg out, I always notice that Snoop Dogg always does like the same songs and he says the same lines, because he brought him out at Would You Like a Tour, and he does come out to the next episode and he's like, put your motherfucking hands up. Put your motherfucking hands up. I have a video of that somewhere. I just cannot find it. But it's the same exact thing he says. The same exact thing, which is like pretty funny. So of course, getting back to Drake, Drake came out after Snoop Dogg performed. He came out and performed like his latest hits. Of course, Controlla, One Dance, and he performed back to back. But one song I like how he came out to, because he's all telling the DJ, he's like, "Yo, DJ, we got some cute girls in here. I want to tell them, like, let them know how I feel. Like, we gotta tell them, And he actually performed Child's Play after that. So it was pretty cool, One thing I'm disappointed though, he opened up with the intro for the song Views off the album Views, and I thought he was gonna perform that, but then it transitioned into Back to Back. It was pretty cool, but I was like, damn, he's about to perform this shit. This shit is so hard, because that song's just nothing but fucking bars by that nigga. So of course, towards the end of the show, everybody knows, he closed out with Legend. Now, this song, I don't know if he should have closed out with that. I think it was more of like an opening song, and I think he should have closed out with Summer 16. But I don't know, that's just my opinion. I've told people about that, and they thought I was like really stupid for it, but whatever, I guess. And that was it for the Summer 16 tour. So, one thing I want to get out of my way is that me and my cousins, we bought the Six God VIP package, where you could see, the hand thingy-majiggy right here. Son of a bitch. Right here. Okay, whatever. So, and it comes with, like, a whole bunch of, like, just stupid, useless shit. Like, it came with, like, that thing's pretty cool. It came with, like, a bag. It came with a candle. It came with a freaking picture frame and like a disposable Kodak camera. Like, what the hell am I gonna need with any of these? The reason why we bought the package was to meet and greet with Six God himself. So check this out. So before he started his tour, he actually announced that he's canceling his meet and greets. Why? Like, and speculations. It was due, like what I thought, it was from from the girl from The Voice, I believe. How when she was singing and when she did a meet and greet, a crazy fan that I think needs to get his fucking throat slit quick came up and shot her, and he shot himself. It was very, very, very sad, very, very sad. And I get it. But when you perform at like venues like Staples Center, Madison Square Garden, and anything that's huge that holds arenas and like games and like sports activities and whatnot, there's nothing you can bring into that place. Like you could barely bring in a water bottle because they don't trust you with it. So to me, I thought like, okay, whatever. I was very, very upset. So this is the most I've spent on a concert ticket. I spent $1,000 to get this shit. Out of $1,000, we only get back $300. So we only had, pretty much, we paid $700 for front row tickets that people bought without even buying VIP and getting useless shit. So I was very, very upset about that. So this is where you put the cherry on top of this shit ass sundae right here. So Future actually kept his meet and greet promises. He actually did a meet and greet, and Drake didn't. Why? Like, of course, I'm gonna say it right now. I don't care what anyone says. Drake's one of the biggest artists out right now. He's a lot bigger than Future for sure. Even if it was just Drake, Summer 16 tour, I would have won no matter what, because everybody knows I love Drake. But that fool, he pulled off the biggest bitch move I've ever seen in my life. And he's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna cancel this. And here, you only get $300 back. Fuck you. That's pretty much what he says. And another thing that's stupid was that we didn't get any of our VIP merch over there. So the whole time when I was over there, anytime I would walk in and out of exiting the venue, I had to keep pulling out my ticket to show, oh, like here it is, instead of like having like a lanyard showing like, oh, this is where I'm supposed to go. So it was a pain in the ass, and it just pissed me off. Future's VIP, excuse me, they actually got their stuff at the show. So it was well executed with him. On Drake's side, that shit pissed me off. I hated the fact that they even did this. I hate the fact that he canceled his meet and greet. It was just a big slap to the face. Let me tell y'all a story right now. I've had numerous occasions where I was encountered with Drake, but I wasn't there at the moment. Start off with this Frank Ocean concert. Me and my cousin were supposed to go to back in 2012. Tickets were only $70. No, they were like $25, I believe, for Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean. If he goes on tour right now, he's probably gonna be selling out shit. But anyways, we're talking about going, and we had the tickets, and we're like, you know what, nah, screw it, we're not gonna go, whatever. Would you know it? Drake was actually right there where we would have been in the front. Okay. Another time, I went to the Nothing Was the Same pop-up shop, and I was chilling there all day. I didn't think he was coming. As soon as I left, shows up. Let me see what else. Of course, the meet and greet. Canceled it. Okay. And also at Coachella. No, Coachella, I didn't really get encountered with him. Now, let me say this right now. I've been in the same room as him, but we've stood like feet away from each other. I didn't come up to him, I didn't talk to him or anything like that. Why? Because you can't really come up to artists that are like big and act like a fan to them, because that's all they'll look at you as. Most of the other artists, when I was like with like Drew Hill and Genuine and Scheme and whoever I've hung out with, I was introduced and they were cool with me right off the spot. They don't look at me like, oh, look at this fucking groupie ass dude, and it's just so crazy. Like every time, if I leave somewhere, he just shows up, or if I don't go, he shows up. Like I feel like if I ever do actually shake hands with this man, we're gonna go into World War III. Like aliens are just gonna come down and just like blow our shit up, because it's just not meant to happen. And you know, I'm starting to accept it. So the verdict for the show, it was a great show. It was a fantastic show. But I just hate the way everything was just executed. It was executed poorly. The tickets, the venue, how stupid it was set up. And even for my cousin, he bought a ticket and the seat was not existent. Like, there was no seat. He bought a ticket for a seat that does not exist, and he bought it off Ticketmaster. What? I don't know. So, I'll give the show a 8 out of 10 because, the show was perfect. The show was incredible. Everybody loved it. Like, even people I know that aren't fans of Drake, they're like, yo, I gotta start listening to Drake more. This was fucking sick. But the way, just like how everything was just executed, and like how the venue was, and how like the ticket came out, like it just royally pissed me off. And I low-key didn't even want to watch the show anymore when I seen how everything went down at that moment. But I'm like, you know what? I spent $700. I'm gonna stay and watch this damn show. And yeah, but it was a really good show. Don't get me wrong. And I'm very sorry about the video length of this video. I didn't really intend it to make it this long, but there's just a lot to talk about because of how many people he brought out, and like the artists that performed and what they performed. So I'm very sorry about that. So moral of the story is, don't set your hopes up on something that that might not happen, even though it says in print meet and greet. Don't set your hopes up anymore, and I'm starting to learn that. So would I buy meet and greet tickets again if he put them out? Yeah, I would. Fuck it. What if this time he actually does it? But if he doesn't do it and he pulls some malarkey shit again, and you only get a little bit amount of the money back, then I'm just gonna return my ticket in general and just buy like a nosebleed ticket, because like to me that's not like really supporting your fan. Like think about it. For us fans, like if any artist, for your favorite artist, without us, they wouldn't be where they're at right now. They wouldn't be selling out. They wouldn't be buying all these houses and cars because we support them, because we love what they do. And it's only right if they do get back. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. But anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm very, very sorry about the video delays. I'm back on my shit again. I got everything fixed, and we're gonna be uploading more videos. This was Danny Hendrix, and this was Fresh Off the Net. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.